Arlington, about an hour before the first pitch Thursday. John Lanzillo, better known to Rangers fans as Zonk, and his son found their seats in Section 31 at Globe Life Park behind the dugout. Zonk, of course, had his hand drum, just as he did on the first opening day here on April 11, 1994, back when the stadium was simply called the Ballpark in Arlington. In his white Rangers jersey, with the name Zonk on the back, Lanzillo did a few rat-a-tats to the old tune, shaving the haircut 2 bits. And he joked that the guy in front of him was going to regret his seat location. "He's going to ask me to stop. I wouldn't," he said, "but he's bigger than me, ba-dum." Zonk, 85, was among the tens of thousands who packed in to see the Rangers play the Chicago Cubs Thursday to begin their last season at the 25-year-old ballpark before the team moves next door to Globe Life Field. Zonk, aka John Lanzillo Jr., 85, center, watches the opening day game as the Texas Rangers played the Chicago Cubs at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Thursday, March 28, 2019. Tom Fox, The Dallas Morning News. Zonk, aka John Lanzillo Jr., 85, handed his drum to Master Sergeant Randy Lawyer to play on during opening day at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Thursday, March 28, 2019. The Rangers were facing the Chicago Cubs. Tom Fox, The Dallas Morning News. This autographed drum on display at Globe Life Field in Arlington honors John "Zonk" Lanzillo, a longtime Texas Rangers fan and season ticket holder. John Lanzillo Jr., a.k.a. Zonk, the Ranger superfan, cheers on a Rangers rally during the Houston Astros vs. the Texas Rangers Major League Baseball game at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington on Saturday, June 26, 2010. Louis DeLuca, The Dallas Morning News. The crowd on Thursday, like the hundreds and hundreds of crowds before them, has likely heard Zonk's rum-pum-pum-pum behind the Rangers dugout, which quickens the pulse of hopeful fans looking for a rally, as for a win. Zonk has served as the Rangers in the stands' heartbeat through seasons good and bad for the past 3 decades. But Zonk's memories, of all those triumphs and failures that he watched so intently for so long, are beginning to fade. "We've been dealing with Alzheimer's with my dad," said his son, who's the third in the line of John Lanzillo's Rangers. Cubs fans unite on one thought during opening day: lines to get into Globe Life Park were terrible. The disease slowed Zonk in recent years and changed the nature of his relationship with his son, now 65. "He used to drive me to the games, and now I drive him," said Zonk's son. "He used to take me for a haircut, now I take him," but Zonk still shows up every day to work at his family business, the Zonk Group, which sells electronic components. John Lanzillo III has run the business since 1996, and his father now often sets up at a computer and plays solitaire. Zonk got his name and his nickname from his father, a big guy who played football and got that name because when he hit people they zonked out, according to John Lanzillo III. Before he was the drum guy, he worked as an electrical engineer for Texas Instruments before opening the family business in Plano in 1971. Zonk loved baseball and his Rangers for years, until the late 2000s. Zonk made every home game. When the Rangers were out of town, he often fell asleep listening to the play-by-play on the radio. The hand drum has gone with him to games since 1984, back when the Rangers played at the drafty old converted minor league stadium that was their first home for 22 years. He took up the instrument because he'd been friends with the Rangers mascot who used to stand on dugout roof and beat a drum. But one day, the mascot was gone, so Zonk took up the drum beating duties. He and his drum became a fixture at games, much like the Rangers nuns, the late Sister Frances Evans and her close friend, Sister Maggie Hession. The Roman Catholic nuns became die-hard fans after the team moved to Texas in 1972 and for decades could be seen in donated seats behind home plate. Both have since transitioned to the Great Ballpark in the Sky. Hession died in 2013 and Evans passed in 2017. Opening Day Central, everything you need to know about the first game in Arlington, and the start of another Rangers season. Zonk and the sisters were friends and he even gave them a drum one year. He gets a new drum every year and passes down his old ones to friends, including the nuns, Zonk's son said. The former Rangers manager, Bobby Valentine, had 3 or 4 that hung on the walls of his old restaurant in Arlington. On the sunny Thursday afternoon, with mid-70s temperatures, Zonk took in the atmosphere of the last opening day. The stadium, with a capacity of more than 49,000, will soon be gone, replaced by a more intimate one with a retractable roof. Zonk is mostly a kidder with an old salesman's gift for banter. Sometimes, he stared straight ahead, a struggle of his illness. But Zonk got serious when asked if he would miss the old ballpark. "Oh yeah," he said. "A lot of memories here." Next to him, sitting shoulder to shoulder, his son nodded and smiled. The Lanzillos are among many fans coming to terms with the Rangers' move. Outside the park Thursday, away from Zonk's drumbeat, crowds started to arrive around mid-morning, tailgating and partying much like the crowds do before a Cowboys game. Dance tunes included disco, 80s hits, rap, country, western and Tejano music. Clayton Farrell, 28, dressed as the All-American Kid with his star-spangled bow tie and suspenders worn with a white shirt and cut-off jeans and all topped off with a red, white and blue feathered hat. He played cornhole, the tailgaters go to sport. Fans Clayton Farrell, center, and Ryan Handy play cornhole as they tailgate before the Texas Rangers opening day game against the Chicago Cubs at Globe Life Park on Thursday, March 28, 2019, in Arlington. Smiley and Poole, the Dallas Morning News. Taylor might have been the class clown with his coworkers Thursday, but he's a serious baseball fan. Like Zonk and his son, he started coming to games with his dad as a kid. "The Rangers have been a big part of my life for a long time. Today's nostalgic for me," Taylor said. But he's not sad, he said. "We're here to celebrate," he said. Many fans said Thursday they'll miss the old park, but they look forward to the new stadium. A detailed, behind-the-scenes look at the Texas Rangers' decision process to go with turf in their new stadium, not Tommy Johnson. The 58-year-old Arlington resident has come to opening day games since the former Washington senator first took the field as the Texas Rangers at a field originally called Turnpike Stadium. Johnson was just 11 years old, but he has a vivid memory of Frank Howard, the Rangers slugger, hitting a home run. "It was a shot to center field," Johnson said. Johnson and Dad started getting season tickets after he graduated from college in the mid-1980s. But he fell in love with the new ballpark when it opened in 1994. "We're crushed that this place is not going to be the home of the Texas Rangers," Johnson said, standing near a group of friends and neighbors who were picnicking in the grass near one of the stadium parking lots. Zonk Lanzillo, right, with James Chilton, left during the opening game at the ballpark in Arlington on April 27, 1995. He's not a fan of domed stadiums. "Baseball was made to be played outdoors and not on artificial grass," he said. "I know, it's hot. I know," he said, as if he'd already argued the point 100 times. "This is the temple," Johnson said. "The temple," he shouted, throwing his hands up. "Will he get tickets for the new stadium? I haven't made up my mind yet," he said. Back in the ballpark, Zonk was quiet the first couple of innings. And there wasn't much action to bang the drum about until the bottom of the third, but after Rangers second baseman Rundoder hit a line drive double to right field, Zonk got up out of his seat. Bum 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 went the drum. Fans started clapping rhythmically, and the next batter, Elvis Andrus, hit a long fly ball to deep right center field, going, home run, and the beat goes on.